what made you to decide to come to Korea?
So it's my third time in Korea right now, and after the first time, which was in 2016, I came back to London and I decided to start studying Korean. So I've been studying Korean since then, and I wanted to come back to improve my Korean.
Yeah, and there's the 무릉도원. Have you heard 무릉도원? You are being here.
Yeah.
무릉도원, and also 무릉도원. It has some meaning, certain meaning.
Right.
But yeah, so 무릉도원 is the most beautiful and peaceful place.
Right.
So do you agree?
I agree with that name, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, so what was the first impression of this place, Amara Valley and Gangwon-do?
So first I came here on Saturday, so it's been a couple of days now, and the first impression was that it's very, very beautiful, very calm. You've got the river right there with people in there, so yeah, it's just very calm and peaceful and mindful.
What about your life in 무릉도원? Are you? Yeah, I know it's obviously it's only few days so far, but how do you think? Are you happy with being here?
Yes, I'm very happy here. I feel like my life is a lot calmer than it was in Busan, and I go to bed quite early. I get up quite early in the morning. I have breakfast around 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Together with my host parents, which is a really nice time. And I love getting up early, so it really fits into my schedule of what I want. And then in the evening, I'm really, really tired.
Yeah.
Because there's a bit of work during the day in the garden, in this beautiful garden here. So and I get to spend the time with the goats as well and the chickens. And I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, it makes me feel very, very peaceful and calm.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Would you have something you are really looking forward to do in Amara Valley?
I think the stuff I was most excited about is milking the goats. That's kind of, when I found that farm, I thought, wow, they have goats, which I love. Because being in Austria, we also have goats in Austria. When I heard about the goats, I really wanted to come to this specific farm to learn how to take care of the goats.
Yeah. So are you familiar with like animal and nature things?
I think so, because growing up in Austria, I spent the first 15 years of my life in Austria, and I live in a very rural area in Austria, and we had a farm right next to our house, and we had cows right next to our house. So I kind of grew up in this very mountainous area that had lakes as well. So I think quite similar to this area here, which is why I was attracted to this area.
What do you see when you imagine of your future, like what it will look like?
My future?
Sorry, it's kind of
deep question.
Yeah.
Tough question. My main concern in life is learning new things. So when I think about my future, I just think about all the things that I still want to learn. And one of my main goals is to become somewhat fluent in Korean. So in my lifetime, that's my goal. And then I have some other goals as well related to sports, related to gymnastics. So I feel like my life is about learning, and as long as I do that, I'm very happy.
Sounds really you really inspire me.
Thank you. That's so kind. So kind.
What do you feel? What we can feel when we are in nature?
What do I feel when I'm in nature?
Yeah, like.
A tough question. I feel a sense of stress relief, and I feel like the high quality of air sort of really comes into all of my body, and it's kind of, you see all the daily stresses of your life, you kind of see it in perspective. So you kind of, it feels like for me taking a step back and just looking at your life from above and just sort of realizing not everything is as serious as it seems.
In Korea, in South Korea, we have a lot of gap between cities and this countryside. Like mostly young generation living in cities like Seoul, Busan. Gwangju as well.
Yeah.
But Yeongwol and like Yangyang, but especially particularly in Yeongwol, people say it is crisis. Like people are getting out. So
From Yeongwol.
yeah,
Right.
so I think we need to figure it out. So that's why government supported us to make any creative things and do something, events,
Right.
make noise.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the same happens in the UK, for
Oh,
example,
really?
and in
Yeah.
Austria. Yeah, like everyone in Austria, for example, everyone moves to the big city of Vienna for studying, and then maybe they work there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But then they often return back to the countryside after maybe like 8 to 10 years, and then once they have kids and they settle down, they tend to go to the countryside.
I think he kind of settled down this countryside because he came from Seoul.
Right.
So and also he made a family and moved to this countryside because he wanted to connect with nature. So he is planning for farming soon.
Right.
Maybe next year. This time next year. So
brilliant.
Yeah. So when you get back, when you get back to UK or Austria, what you would remember Yeongwol?
Oh wow, tough question. I think I'll just remember sort of the way I felt here.
Yeah.
I think, and I'll try and bring that into my daily life in London, and just sort of when I feel stressed at work, for example, I want to then remember my time in Yeongwol and just think of the nice people that I've met and the amazing food that I've had.
Yeah. How was it, this interview?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
brilliant. Thanks. It felt
Yeah.
like speaking to an old friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
와, 오래된 친구랑 얘기하는 것 같았다는. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I was so nervous, but